Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of the You Can Be Anything podcast. Your girl, Soso Bips here. And as usual, we go out and look for the amazing guests that are willing to come talk to us on the podcast. And we bring them in to chat with us, to tell us what they are up to, tell us whatever information they are willing to share. And the intention here, I always love to emphasize, is for us to be inspired, right? Be motivated by their experiences, be motivated by the challenges they face in everything they do, and just use that as a stepping stone to find our way around. So today on the podcast, I'm honored to have Sulet Noir. Sulet Noir is a Cameroonian fashion designer, somebody that has designed quite like really good aesthetic things. I've seen her designs all over Cameroon. I've seen celebrities pull her design flawlessly. And I had the opportunity to talk to her, to invite her to the podcast, and she said yes. Thank you again, Sulet Noir. Thanks for accepting my invitation to come to the You Can Be Anything podcast.
Thank you too. Thank you. God bless you.
Awesome. For all the beautiful designs that you put out there, those exquisite bold designs, I'll never imagine that you might be a shy person, but you do sound like you're shy.
I'm not.
But
No, I'm not. I'm still trying to get into the moment and give it
okay.
anyhow you want. I'm ready.
Awesome. That's good. Thanks again for accepting my invitation. I appreciate you creating the time to talk to me.
Thank you.
Sulet Noir. Oh, you're welcome. Sulet Noir, again, before I even go up with you again, I've listened to you talk on other platforms. This is not the first platform you're granting audience to. So for people who know you, they've probably heard a lot of the introductory things about you. But I'm a little interested in the name Sulet Noir. What inspired that name?
Okay, Sulet Noir. Sulet is actually my name. By
Oh,
the way, let me just give a small brief introduction about myself.
oh
My
yeah,
name
that's
is
good.
Kaf. My name is Nkafu Sulet. A Bangwa girl, 99.9. Here, a BSc holder in accounting, an MBA holder in finance, and today a professional international fashion designer, creative director for the brand SULET NOIR. Not forgetting multiple winning award winning designer, and
Wow.
soon to be an international award winning
Award-winning
designer.
designer. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay, Sulet is actually derived from my name, Sulet. That's my English name. It means light, and Noir means black in French. Noir, black has always been my favorite color since from childhood. I've always been obsessed about black, and I really wanted to change the narrative for especially our African mentality when it comes to the color black. People look at it like the mourning color, like it's only when somebody is dead before you can wear black. So actually, coming as Soleil Noir, I came to do a lot of changes when it comes to the narrative, not just with the black aspect. A lot of things that we go through as Africans that we never saw solutions to it. So the Bird of Soleil Noir came as a result of the fact that I started pretty like 2016 as Afrik fashion trend, just basically with my talent. And I was just doing things back to back, like I had fellows, and guess what? They were failing me because they were not giving me what I actually wanted. And I could not correct anything because I could not sew at that moment. So a lot of things, a lot of challenges I faced prompted me to give birth to Solet Noir. So Solet Noir is that luxury sophisticated brand specialized for everybody type to build confidence because most people have lost their confidence in tailored garments, and today most people don't believe in tailors. Why? Because they just have the narrative that tailors always fail, or they give
Hmm.
bad finished products, or they don't even deliver on time. So Select Noir came as a result to solve these problems for not just me, because I was facing that problem and I used to cry in those days. So I could imagine everybody going through that problem. So I just thought it by myself. How can I put myself out there? If coming as a designer, I should have a purpose to be able to transform lives through this purpose and to be able to give solutions to many people like myself. So Select Noir is here to lighten up every darkness. Aside from the fact that you are just going to regain your confidence, regain your trust from tellers, you're also stepping up your game and finding the real you, because everybody just feels like fashion is not for everybody. Fashion is for everybody, regardless your body type. Like a fat person will be like, no, it's like this one will not go for. No, we are here to make you understand that in every body type you can find your real self, and in every personality we can give you from your color tone. We consult you and give you a lot that take you through the process to be able to find yourself. So SULET NOIR today is just lightening up, which means light. SULET means light. We lighten up every darkness through our pieces, and we make you find the real you through our pieces. Especially women who are going through a lot. You know, our society today, women are the backbone of the society. We go through a lot and we don't know how to actually brighten up some days. So just imagine you buying a new dress or wearing a SULET NOIR piece. This SULET NOIR experience is to lighten up yourself for that moment, so that you can be able to forget your worries for some time, and then you can go again, go again, go again. Like, that's it.
That's beautiful. That's a very beautiful way to describe Soleil Noir, Soleil Noir, white sunshine, lights, and
Yes.
noir, darkness, right? Brightening up, like bringing some light into your life, right?
Yeah.
And I think that that's really beautiful. I think you made the right choice there. And I love the way you explain your brand, right? It makes somebody want to discover more about your brand. That's beautiful. I was going to talk to you about what you already started mentioning a little bit about this, but I wanted you to talk to us a little bit about what the biggest influences is, right? What inspires you the most? You've talked a little bit already about wanting to put smiles on the faces of women who go through challenges based on the fact that they are the ones, they are the backbone of the society, right? Can you share a little bit more on what inspires you to come up with these designs that you come up with?
Okay. First of all, I will tell myself nothing is greater than having an inspiration from God. God is my first ultimate inspiration. Like even me finding myself, me even finding the name SULET NOIR, it was him. And me even getting into the business for this is like 8 years plus. It's been him, the consistency and everything, the changes, the me meeting my destiny helpers from one step to another. I just know it's him. So getting this inspiration is first of all, he directs me because I found my purpose in him. So regardless, anything I create, I put him first. Then aside from that, I'm inspired by I didn't even used to think about this, but truth be told, I just recently remembered that things are falling in place because of what I'm doing, and the fact that my mom used to be a tailor. I used to know like before, but I didn't used to take it like serious. It's now I try to find myself when I see the alignment. My mom used to actually sew before, and but she didn't take it serious because we just had a machine in the house, and she like she was doing the thing, and later on her house help came and took over, and that was it. So
Mhm,
I realized that it's like actually a generational something. So it's more like a legacy that I'm trying to fulfill what my
mhm,
mom left undone. And another thing is the passion I have in me, the burning passion. I always like, I always want to feel different. I always want to do things different. I always want to make people happy. And regardless of whatever I do, money comes my second thought. I just want to first of all make sure that you are happy, you're satisfied before even thinking about money. That's why, and in this position, let me just go out of this question. If a starter, you as a starter, you're coming into fashion and design, please, money should not be your first step. You have to first of all find yourself, get into it, and make sure that you have a purpose in whatever you're doing before you start thinking about the future. Because me, I'm getting to this level. It's not what I was thinking. Like me being an international designer, today that I can even get to the US at any point in time. It's dreams that I've seen like in years to come. But God just made it very fast because I was so dedicated. I went
okay.
through a lot. The challenges are a lot. I know you will come to that, but I'm
Mhm,
just trying to say like it really takes a lot. So the burning passion in me wanting to make people happy, and I'm not only doing the clothes as in clothes, I'm actually giving out an experience. I'm making you feel a different feel. Like when you remember my pieces, you know it's an excellent experience. But it just changes your whole mentality and everything. And because I know I'm a luxury brand, not everybody can afford me. That's why I even deviated a little bit lately, and I'm doing more of ready to wear, is because lots of people, I felt like they really want to feel my pieces, but then because I was so expensive with the custom made bridal stuffs, so I had to step down a little bit to be able to be for everybody. So then why for everybody. And regardless, I also have a foundation that drifted me due to my passion to be able to give back to the public, regardless, because not everybody can afford my pieces. So every December, I turn to reproduce Christmas dresses, free Christmas dresses for orphans, the less privileged, even women that have never had the experiences of having Christmas dresses in years. So those are my inspirations. That those are
So
the things that pushes me to want to do more. So regardless, I'm just doing it like it's passion and
that's
everything.
good. You're talking about pieces, and let me use what you're talking of people being able to afford your pieces. So you making sure that your pieces, everybody can wear Sulet Noir, right? And let me use that to transition a little bit about the approach. What approach do you use in selecting the material and the fabric you use to make your dresses?
Oh, when it comes to my dresses, first of all, fabric sourcing is the most important thing when it goes to through my production process.
Mhm.
After even coming to a conclusion with my production, with my design, having an inspiration, drafting it, and being able to actually have test samples, the prototypes of it, I make sure that my fabric should speak. That's why SULET NOIR is not just you can actually see my pieces and know it's my pieces through my fabric and through the simplicity and then even though it could be simple, but it's very, very classy because the fabric must be talking. That's why I always take my time to source my fabrics. I source my fabrics like I source in Douala, I source in Nigeria, and I'm even struggling to go more international because it's always good if you want to be unique. I think you have to stay original with your program, with your fabrics, so that everybody can feel that that top notch. Like you know that okay, you're wearing it's not easily accessible and all that. So sourcing my fabric, I prefer going to the market for 1 week every day to make sure I get the best fabric for my clients, and I prefer doing it myself rather than even sending my workers because I know exactly what I want.
Yeah, talking about fabric again, we come from a country where we have a variety of this, right? When you're looking into, let's again, I know you're going international with your fabric, and you're a luxurious brand.
Yeah.
And when we talk luxury, we are thinking of fabric that should be sustainable, right? You're not looking for fabric that is just going to fall apart because I don't want to come to Seleno and build and get designed or measured and get a dress that in the next couple of months it's falling apart. Within the context of Cameroon, which is where you started, which is your base, but I also want to add to the fact that now you are extending your tentacles to the world. And again, I'm rooting for you getting an award as an international designer, 100% well deserved. Okay, what do you think of the collection of fabric that we have within Cameroon? Is that something that you can easily source? You can easily find? Is it a struggle? I know that some of them are pretty heavy, some of them are pretty, and I would think that. So, talking about fabric in Cameroon and how you source fabric in Cameroon, based on my experience, I know that fabric, like getting good fabric in Cameroon, we have really good designs, especially cultural based. How hard is it for you to work on this fabric and to find the authentic ones? How do you manage that?
That fabric availability is one of our biggest challenge when it comes to the Cameroon fashion industry. Yeah, because most of our trendy designs today that our clients might bring for us to reproduce,
Hmm.
it's like I would say, it makes us go all out, and at the end of the day, we can't even get those fabrics in Cameroon. That's the truth, and we tend to use the what's available in Cameroon, and it might not even give the same effect of what you see. Like that's the thing that even leads us to what I order versus what I receive.
Hmm.
So to an extent, me, I face I used to, in fact, it's not I used to, every day I face challenges when it comes to fabrics. And I'm still even finding myself in solving that problem because there are some designs that, okay, for example, We do custom made, we do bridals, we do everything that we can that aligns with with our goals. But then there are some clients that will always want to bring you what they want,
Yep.
and then at the end of the day, they might even be before they might limit you at that level to be able to, okay, somebody might say I want exact might not be in the market, and that's really one challenge for us. And what if we're going to import those fabrics from Nigeria, especially or Ghana? The challenge to first of all even get to the right supplier. The challenge
Mm-hmm.
to even get it at the right good at a good cost. The challenge to even make sure that if it gets to you, it's not the fake one.
Yep.
It entails a lot. It entails really a lot. So I don't even know. Like, I'm just thankful to the little suppliers that we have, that they help us to try to reproduce at our own level that we can do. But as much as most designers are now thinking out of the box to go more international when it comes to their fabric sourcing, I think that's the only way we can solve that problem. Making sure that we can take trips and even get suppliers online like like the big suppliers to be able to get this fabric. But then we have to make sure that our clients understand too that it takes a lot to get this fabric. So when we step up our prices, it becomes a whole problem because they will believe that it's from Cameroon.
Yeah.
Automatically, it's not supposed to be too expensive, but they expect us to give us exact things. So that's one challenge that is difficult, and it takes us a lot of time that we waste in the consultation process with our clients, which sometimes you don't even want to. Sometimes when you just start proposing what will work for them or what we work with the fabric that can be available, they tend to feel like you cannot deliver or you're
Yeah.
getting confused. Yeah.
Again, we already transitioned into challenges. And again, fabric is one of those things, as you've
Yeah.
mentioned. Any other challenges that you wish to share? And the reason, I always want to make people understand the reason for challenges. Now you've spoken about fabric. Somebody that is wanting to get a dress from SULET NOIR, they get to understand that, hey, in as much as she wants to bring you these beautiful designs, you also have to be considerate on how she's getting this fabric, right? And that fabric, it's not as easy to find as sometimes we think. So that's one of the reasons I love when we talk about challenges. So go ahead. What other challenges do you think you face or are you facing in this fashion design business of yours?
Mm, Another
Just a
thing,
few more is fine.
yeah, there are lots, a lot, like, because there is no business without risks, and
Yeah.
there's no without returns. So at the end of the day, we must go through it.
Yep.
To me, I will not say it has been a bed of roses from start 2016. It has been a roller coaster, but I would say consistency has kept me regardless, and not doing it tirelessly, because
Mhm.
even when I'm tired, I feel happy doing it because it's my passion. Yeah. So I would say my number one challenge, that was way back when I started, was getting myself out there. But I actually found the solution, because when I started, I was the one begging celebrities to get into my pieces. I was the one begging people to want to know more about me. I was the one doing lots of free stuff. Like, it was a startup for me. So it, like, I was not even understanding. I was asking myself who sent me. But that passion actually kept me going. It
Mm.
kept me going. And I realized that it's not even about all that. It's about adding knowledge, and that's one thing that most of our designers in the industry today have not taken note of. Because I believe that if I had the knowledge I have today at that point of my startup, I will be so. I don't even think of in the US as an. It will be global takeover.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so knowledge is actually power that I actually found in the process of me getting to find myself. Because I actually went to Ghana, studied for like 3 years, did the general understanding of what fashion is all about, like the general knowledge. Later on, I specialized in bridals. And not only leaving it there, just being pushed for at the point, because I'm the kind of person that I will never be somewhere and I don't force myself. There's something about your skin, learn and grow. That's my watchword. Wherever I find myself, I play a role to be able to be noticed, or to be able to talk to one or two
Thick
people about.
skin. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So me even being in Ghana all that period, I did not even just sleep on my keys. I made sure I did shows like Aka Fashion Week. I was under mentorship programs. I will not even hear anything fashion and you don't see me there. So at the end of the day, when I really left, they nominated me as the best new brand, and that's when I just rebranded to Sulet Noir. So that's already a nice follow up. That means the industry even noticed me somehow,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I would say that regardless of my all what I was doing, and I know that it was very challenging for me to school myself. Me telling my Ghana story was the fact that I actually went like I was working and schooling. I was actually sending my products because most of my clients are in the US.
Yeah.
I was actually sending my products out there because most of my clients were actually following my growth process. So when I went to Ghana, they were actually excited because they actually knew something good was coming out of it. So at that time, I was even sewing the clothes, sending it without even finishing school. So it was really a roller coaster in a way that I did like lots and lots of things just to make ends meet and to be able to achieve this knowledge, to be able to achieve it. And it's a good one now for me because at the end of the day, I don't even stop learning. That's why I went to Vicky James when she launched her first masterclass. I don't even look at when I even hear something, I don't look at the money because at that point when Vicky James launched her first masterclass in Nigeria, the whole internet
Mm-hmm.
almost blew out because she put 500,000. But me at that point that I've already gone to Ghana and studied, I already understood the power of branding. I understand the
Yep.
power of collaboration. I already knew what she was doing, and at the end of the day, it's not only going to learn from her, it's about you doing your own personal branding for your brand. And it gave me a huge market. It gave me exposure. It gave me lots and lots of things. So that's basically it.
That's
And
beautiful. I love that. Let me cut you short a little bit there. I love that you're saying this, and it just gears towards what I always say on the You Can Be Anything podcast about upskilling and reskilling, right? Wanting to do what you're doing, finding your passion, and learning more about that passion, going to Ghana, going to the master classes. These are all steps that you took to gain the knowledge that you need to excel in your business. And it melts my heart when I hear somebody saying stuff like this, because these are the things that I preach on the You Can Be Anything podcast. That ability to learn new things. We have to be open minded. Nobody knows it all. Give yourself the opportunity to learn new things. And you'll see, I love that you're doing all of that and you are seeing the impact. And when you talk, I'm just looking at your face and I'm like, wow, this is just beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I needed to highlight it.
thank you
Thank
too.
you. Sorry for cutting you short.
Thank you too. Another like I already highlighted the part of finances.
Mhm.
Yes, but then you must find your way out. That's why I was just trying to say that, regardless of the fact that I knew that I needed much money, I put in the work and I tried to get the money to solve that problem.
Yeah.
And then one last thing is client management. Yeah, client
People
management. Yes.
management has never been an easy
It's not
thing. Tell
easy,
me about
especially
it.
coming from Cameroon. You understand? They know that we are just still in the third world avenue. We have not ever. People know that there's no evolution in Cameroon.
Cameroon.
So
I,
regardless of
I
what we are
share, guys. I don't know
doing,
why I'm laughing, but I think I know where you're coming from.
yeah. So regardless of what we are doing, somebody will come and write to you, and you tell the person, okay, yes, thanks for writing, thanks for reaching out. What do you want? Can you book in for it? Because they actually pay for consultation services
Yep.
with me. So when I tell you, you have to even start paying, you have to pay your consultation and book your time because I'm not even the one of the on my platform. I have a manager, I have an assistant that actually attend to the
Of
people like
course.
media because I
Yes.
cannot do it all as a team, as a like it's an empire that I'm building. So
Yep.
if I'm not there, work has to go on.
Yep.
Like, yeah. So when we ask for consultation, people were like, why consultation? Why would they have to pay money to talk to somebody because of what?
This is not
But
funny,
it's
but
not
this is
even funny because
crazy.
they don't even see your process. They don't even see your growth process. So even put respect to it, to be able to understand. And at the end of the day, our mentality is the fact that we cannot, because we have had that archaic mindset of just going to the teller and say I want this, I want this. They don't believe in the sense that we can actually create a creative process, because it's not all about copying and pasting or you
Mhm.
bringing us designs and limiting our creativity and all that. It gives us an open mindset to be able to know your personality, know who you are, advise you from your skin tone, your body type, what can suit you perfect, what we can add on to whatever you want. That's the whole thing that comes about consultation. It's not even just about the money. It's about the
Yeah.
fact that we are spending time on you and we'll take you through the process, source your fabric, make sure you're comfortable, everything before we start your work.
Yeah.
So basically, if they can pay doctors, I don't know why they cannot pay designers for
I cannot
consultation.
play. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing that the client management, that's the first step. And it's just like a no-no for most of them. But I believe that what I'm building is something that is going to change the narrative, it's going to
Mm.
change generations, and it's for our upcoming designers to be able to copy, and then we all be on the
We have
same
to set a
level.
standard. Yeah.
Yes, set that
If you
standards
want
because
to
it's
wear
another,
luxury,
yeah.
you have to be ready
You
to
have to
go
be
through that
ready. You cannot
process.
go to Nigeria and they give you you pay consultation even more than 100,000 francs, and then
Mm-hmm.
you come to me as Cameroonians and we're trying to break even, and you don't even
And
want
you,
to, and you even bring but the Nigerian designers are what millions for us to create for you for like how much 200,000 and all that. How do you even want us to start? So
yeah.
that's one thing that I want our clients to be able to understand, that luxury is not just what you feel, or it's what about it's a money. It's money. If
And
you
it's
are
an
ready to
experience that you
sacrifice,
want to give them.
yes. See, I was trying to make my clients and every consumer of a fashion brand in Cameroon, because we are all facing this same challenge. So I'm trying to make them understand that if you really actually want to consume luxury, you should be ready to put in the money, because nothing is cheap. Fabrics nowadays, lace fabrics are very expensive, and most of the kind of luxurious laces we import it from Nigeria, or we buy from Dubai, or we buy like, or from we buy like from where we think like we can get it to be able
Good
to satisfy
quality.
our clients. So at the end of the day, if you carry those kind of designs from Nigeria, Ghana, and bring to us to be able to reproduce, my dear sisters and brothers, please pity us. Know that if they charge you this kind of amount of money, because actually me going to Vicky James class was actually to go understand how she does her client management, her branding, her marketing aside from the work. Because at the end of the day, is when you set your work, people always afford it according to how you set your standards.
Yes.
So if we put out the standards here, and we are putting it also to help our upcoming designers to be able to follow the standards, is for our clients to be able to relate that Cameroon has evolved and we can actually do it and do it even better, because we have lots and lots of good designers in Cameroon. We have the Jack fashion, we have Shasha designs, we have, I mean, lots of custom made, especially when it comes to briders, that can do you justice. So I believe if you want to consume those kind of pieces out there, like Nigerians and all, let's just be ready to be able to abide to our standards that we're setting, because we're actually trying to put Cameroon on the map, and you guys are the ones to help us to be able to
Yep.
give us the opportunity to go extra creative, and even to even bring out the different side of us, because at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation, because you'll be looking good, you'll be looking extra, and will also and also give us a room to be more creative, not being limited.
That's nice. I love that. And again, if we want to say, if we want to be able to say, hey, designers in Cameroon, designers in Ghana, designers in Nigeria, in the US, wherever it is
Yeah.
in our place, the consumers to appreciate what you people do, pay for it, and encourage you people to do what you do. So thanks for bringing up that. So again, we just heard some of the challenges that as a designer, somebody like Sulet faces. So I want to transition a little bit into personal, right? Personal
Yeah.
in the sense that how do you handle creative blocks, right? When you are in this whole process of coming up with this beautiful masterpiece and those moments of doubt come in like, hey, should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? How do you handle those moments?
To me, those are my most exciting moments when I'm in my creative space, when I'm about to blow out a masterpiece. And the thing is, it does not take just a day, it does not take a week, it does not take a month. Sometimes it can take less, sometimes it can take more, depending on how much input you have for that dress. If it's something I'm creating, like I want to just create like a masterpiece to put out there for my client to be able to be convinced that I can produce such products, I take my time. It's almost like I take it like it's a bride that has come to me that wants a custom made piece, and I'm looking at the personality of the person, I'm looking at the everything, and I'm looking at my signature that I have to put in that piece. So to me, I can actually create a dress, put it down. Every morning I get up, I grade that dress. Creating that dress makes me excited because I know there's every day I get up, I say, okay, I can add this to it, add this to it. And that's how my masterpiece just blow out. It's not as if sometimes I'll actually draft it, but in the process, lots of transitions will be made. And
Mm.
that will even get me more creative and more exploitative when it comes to creating my designs. But when a client comes out, they want me to, when a client comes out, they want me to be able to create a piece. That one, I'm going to work from my personality, from the client's personality. I'll look at you and I'll advise you your skin tone and everything. And then if you give me the audacity to be able to create for you, then that'll be the best thing for me because I know I'm going to bring out my signature and I'm going to go out like out there. And me creating my best thing when I'm creating is listening to music, worship songs, or I even have to even just dedicate myself and fast over it to be able to know that God and me is in the process, so that whatever I'm bringing out there, it has to be unique, signature, and really powerful. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. And when I listen to you talk like again, you sound passionate about what you do, right?
Yeah.
And it is that passion that has kept you going for this number of years. Now, passion is one thing, and on the other side of passion, there is business, right?
Yeah.
I want to understand how you balance this artistic side of you, this passion in creative, with the business and the commercial aspects of Sulet Noir. How do you balance both things?
Okay. The thing is, like I said at the beginning, I had a lot of burning passion in me that I was not even. Is the noise too much? Can you get any noise? Okay. In
I
the
can
beginning,
hear, but it's in the background.
can
That's
I can
okay.
I stop the noise?
Maybe
Yes, let me
because
do please. Let me do please. Like you were saying, how do I manage the business side and my passion side? At the beginning, I actually know where I was heading to, so I actually had to work it out, regardless of me making money or not. I just had to make ends meet and make sure that what I'm building is for a better future. And I always look up myself like I don't see I don't see myself like Cameroon Limited. I've always had it in mind. The goal is international. I always have that code in me whenever I post my stuff. So I always look at the Gucci's, the Giorgio Armani's, the Louis Vuittons. That's how I look at SULET NOIR every day that I get up. It just motivates me. So the passion at the beginning was for me to be able to do it out there, like put myself out there for people to be able to understand what I'm all about and what I'm ready to give out to the public. And now that I've already built my foundation, especially when it comes to the Cameroon market, because you know, call designers and don't put me in when it comes to the
I'm sorry.
Anglophone. Yes, when it comes to the Anglophone fashion designers, because I've even had lots and lots of awards. That is really in this, like it shows that work is being done.
Yep.
So I would say that at that beginning I was just basically passion, and I was not all about making money. So but now I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, I won't lie, because I worked it out. So I don't even joke with the business aspect of my brand. And that's one thing that makes me so much professional, because I don't even like my system. I have a system. I have a team. I have a system. Sulet Noir is not just me. It's not just me. Sulet Noir is a lot of people working together to be able to make sure that this legacy can run for years, years and years. To even like it has to be a generational something. So now, as at now, the business part of me is working well for me because I've actually understood my markets. I've understood my niche. I know what my people want, and I know I've made them understand that they're buying luxury and they're buying this as an experience. So regardless, people don't even say I'm expensive. It's just the right people that come to me and they never even complain. At the end of the day, I just have my niche and I'm making my money out of my niche. I don't need to satisfy everybody. The market is so big that you have to choose whoever you feel like is what you want to consume. And that's why we have lots and lots of designers coming up every day for us to be able to satisfy everybody. So if you fall in my niche, I think you definitely will come to me. And they always come to me tirelessly. tirelessly, because once you consume my product the first time, I will not lie, that there's one
You'll come
experience
back.
that you gain. Yes, that light in you, it does not dim. You definitely want to come back. And when you step out of any place, nobody needs to tell you. Somebody will tell you you're wearing a SULET NOIR piece, and that's one thing that God has blessed me to be able to put smiles on people's faces, regardless, and boost their confidence in a way that you don't even want to joke with somebody that's wearing an SN piece.
Yeah,
So
your
that's
signature is on it. And
yeah.
that's beautiful. That's nice. And when we're talking about this, so again, just because you've mentioned how your experience with your clients, what would you say has been your most memorable and rewarding project so far, if you don't mind sharing? And why was it memorable? I know you might, again, truth be told, you must have had more than one, but out of the blue, just pick one and talk to us about, please.
Oh, like it's kind of the reward can be something that is a life changing experience, right?
Yeah, yeah. Anything that you found that was rewarding, not it doesn't have to be financially now.
Okay.
So rewarding, like, hey, you felt good about it, you saw that the client felt great about it. Just the rewarding, let's not limit it to
Ah, okay.
financial.
Okay. One of the most important rewards, the rewards are many, like, because that's why I even have something like I have a review link. Whenever my clients consume my products, I send them the link and they always drop their feedback on Google. That helps me going because makes me correct my mistakes. But one of the most exciting reward was when I actually went into the streets to source out grandmoms, women who have never experienced the love of wearing a new dress and having
Oh,
to feel like you're having a Christmas dress. So that was last December. I think I went to where I grew up, because I grew up where this CDC camp. My
mm-hmm.
dad used to work with head CDC. It's not we didn't really live inside the camp, but at least I experienced how people could live in the camp life.
The
And
area. Mm-hmm.
I saw how people very well clothes. People actually, you see people go through a lot just to put food on their table. And that's why I actually carried out that project in that area, because I could actually relate with what they're going through. And I think the video is on my page. When I gave that woman that dress, Jesus Christ, she was sick, but she automatically got up
Not well.
and was okay. Like she said, I mean, like she was on drips. She was okay. She was excited, and she was like, I don't know what I've done to her. It's not even about like she felt so different, and that kept me going. Like it really kept me
Mm.
going. That means there is more for me to do, to many people, to touch more lives through my clothes, and that's what I'm advocating for, to be able to make people feel different when they wear my clothes, and to be able to solve so many people's problems through my pieces.
That's amazing. Now, it's beautiful that you have such experiences, which is what, when you have a passion for something, you want to be able to see, right? I love to talk about fulfillment. When you
Yeah.
do what you love, there is that aspect of fulfillment that trickles in, right? Now, with that, what would you say? How do you think that fashion can be used as a tool for social change? This is you going down to the CDCs and doing stuff. How do you think we can use fashion as a tool for social change?
We can use it in so many ways, because I feel like I'm using it already, so many angles. Because fashion is art, fashion is you, fashion is me, fashion is everybody.
Yeah.
And regardless of how you feel, it's how you want people to be able to understand and relate to what you're wearing. Nobody will judge you, because fashion is actually something that describes your inner self. What you're wearing is what people perceive of what you're
Yeah.
going
Of
through.
you.
Yes.
Hmm.
So to me, fashion is the greatest tool to be able to use for use as a tool for substantial growth
Hmm.
in the economy, because everybody consumes fashion. I mean,
Hmm.
even the least baby consumes fashion. So we can actually use fashion to talk to people, and that's why most designers today, we don't just sell clothes, we sell stories. Through
Yep.
those stories, you can be able to relate to those stories, and you're buying the dress, you're wearing a story. You're wearing a collection that has power. So every day you pick up that dress, you know this story is attributed to it, and then you give you more encouragement for you to be able to put on that dress regardless. So to me, we can use fashion to talk to people in so many ways,
Right.
not just touching those words who cannot access it. We can also school people we can go to. We can even go to banks, go to churches. We can go to everywhere to be able to, and we can bring clothes in any
Yep.
form, because clothes is everything to everybody. When you wear when you wear a new dress, it's like you're
There is that
wearing.
spark.
There's a
Something
spark
in
here.
you
That
just
yeah,
wakes up.
it's
Yep.
automatic, and you just start feeling different. So
Yes, it's like I'm the
yeah,
only person in the room. You know how
yeah.
you go
So
to a
please,
party
yeah,
and you're so
you're,
confident in what
yeah,
you're wearing? It
very
feels
very
like you're the only
yeah
person in that
yeah.
room. Even though
You feel like
other people are wearing dresses, right? But it just feels like all eyes on me. It just
see
feels like
like a
everyone is looking.
showstopper, that kind of you're
Yeah,
check everything, check
that's a
everything.
beautiful one. I love
Cheers,
how you
cheers.
put that. And
Yes.
in this whole sense, right? Being you call yourself you how do you call yourself a 99.9? That's Bangla, right?
Bangla, yeah.
But yeah. So being a designer is one thing. How and in what ways, like in what ways are you incorporating culture, not only culture as a Bangla child, but culture
Yes.
as a Cameroonian girl? How do you incorporate this culture or even your heritage as a Bangla child into your designs? What are some of the ways that you bring this in?
Okay, one thing is every time I go international, I always make sure that I'm noticed through my culture. Yes, I put my culture there first thing, regardless. So there is no time I'll get out of Cameroon and I don't have a cultural piece in my box to be able to
Yes.
identify and represent wherever is necessary.
Hmm.
For example, I'm in the US now. Coincidentally, I'm near just for a summer sales store, because I have a Savannah Breeze collection I put out due to the summer weather, and I know that you guys, the place is really hot and people really want to go out there, go out of their comfort zone, show some skin and all that.
Yep.
So that was what I was actually basically here for, and also enjoy myself, rest before I go
And
back to
rest.
yeah.
That is if you even get some
Before,
rest, because now you're
yeah.
working.
What
I
do
see
you
a tape
say?
around your neck. You're working. You're not
Yeah, but
resting.
at least I cannot. Somebody cannot come in and I just appear in the shop and try and style. Like at least I'm doing something. It's really lighter. I'm re-strategizing. I'm working and I'm resting to prepare for
Okay.
my masterpieces for December.
Okay.
So, like I was saying, okay, coming to the US, coincidentally, I was called up for a show in Atlanta. That will be next weekend. And not just a show, I will be given an award. That will be my first international award, and it's a lifetime award from.
Wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations already.
thank you. Thank you. And that's me just sitting in my space, and it just got to me by the grace. It's
Yeah.
just God and my hard work. So, and they just called me up, Sulet, you have been nominated for this, and it's not like it's a recognition that they're giving an instant one for when it comes to, because they're recognizing fashion and comedy. So
Yeah.
I'm the person going for fashion, and Tifili and maybe Caro are going in for comedy.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
so, so like they called me up for a show. So I'm ready. I didn't need to even tell them that please I have to go and
Give me
check.
time.
No. I said I'm
You know
ready.
what
They
they
said
talk about when preparedness meets opportunity?
good, good. Yeah. I'm automatically just ready because I know I have one of my two pieces around and they want me to do a runway. So I'm
Yeah.
going to sell myself in the highest way I can, bringing out Cameroon culture for them to be able to know that Africa is one, but our culture has that heritage in which is very rich. And I don't believe that there's any culture that is richer than ours. So
Yes.
I love the way we designers are transforming it in so many aspects.
Yep.
Aside from even clothes, you see culture in everything that you see as talents today.
Yep.
So me, I incorporate culture in everything I do, in everything. Even if there's a little way that I want to put it in the Western design, I'll put a little bit of cultural recognition in it. But that's not
Yes.
actually my focus because I'm looking at an international brand, but at least a little bit of culture has to be noticed from where I'm coming from. So I
Yeah.
so I
And that's your identity,
my
right? It
roots.
tells
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
I'll be
that's
in the run. I'll
beautiful.
just be on the runway on Saturday. So you guys should stay tuned because it's gonna be
Yeah,
long.
please keep us updated. I need to see that
I
posted on your
will.
page. Maybe I can do it when this goes live. We can
Yeah.
like go and talk about it. This is amazing. Again,
Yeah.
congratulations. As you say,
Thank you
when
so
preparedness meets opportunity, we'll say it's luck, but that is God putting rain on you, right? Like,
much.
hey, my daughter, you've been working this hard. It's time for you to be rewarded. Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So as we round this up, right, I want you to, if you don't mind, like we already started talking about some of your future. I want us to talk about your vision, right? The projects that you have. And this is one of them that you're currently working on. We are in July and you're already working on your December projects and
Yeah.
things that you have to deliver. This just shows that you know what you're doing and you're ready for all of this. So just to round up a little bit, I want us to, apart from you looking forward to this award in the recognition in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
What is the vision? What vision do you hold for SULET Noir? I know you've mentioned that again. You've always wanted to go international, and girl, this is your international. There is nothing more than this. Once you
Yeah.
get onto those stages, you're already seen, you're recognized, right? So, what other visions do you have for SULET Noir as you expand and become the empire you're building?
Excellent. Something like I will not just say everything because action speaks louder than words.
Oh, yes,
I'm that one
really.
person that I work regardless. I work tirelessly to make sure that I put Cameroon on the map, to make sure that I do it different, to make sure that I'm able to represent, I'm able to be looked at the person I see myself as, that international brand, that luxurious brand. So there's a lots and lots of things going on the construction. But then for now, since as I'm on my international tour, and thanks to God that I got this opportunity like last year. I came here basically for a show. It's a show that brought me here, and it's my
Mm-hmm.
Sulenwa that brought me here. And so Sulenwa has a lots and lots of stock in stock for everybody. First of all, I'm going to widen my scope because the market is already becoming huge for me. My niche is wide, so I'm putting it into place to be able to reach out to everybody and to be able to satisfy everybody. And how do I do that? I have to make sure that I have availability of stocks and everything because it's an
Yeah.
international brand now. So I'm looking forward to follow these international standards because I've learned a lot being here, culture wise, how to talk to clients, how
Oh,
to
yeah.
make sure clients you can keep clients. I've learned a lot in this my international trip. So it's
Mm-hmm.
given me a lots of go back assignments to put that into practice and to be able to also finish building my website so they can easily shop
Yep.
because now that most people are, and it's not just the traders, not just Cameroonians are diving into my products, lots and lots of Americans, like even the whites, they're excited when they see my things, and I
Yeah.
really that's always been my dream to be able to touch lives of every kind of caliber, like
Yes.
every niche, not just the Cameroon market. So I have lots and lots I'm working on, and I'm also working on my show. Before I leave the US, I'll be doing not it's not a fashion show. The fashion show will be coming like maybe next year.
Okay.
This one is just going to be a pop-up sales because I've understood how my US SN armies are that supportive. They can go all out for me just to make sure that they consume my products regardless.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this pop-up sales for them to be able to give them a discount package so that everybody that has not been able to consume my product to be able to consume it now that I'm here before I go and come back. So I'll be
Okay.
doing pop-up
You
sales
do.
with
Okay.
my brand ambassador because my brand ambassador is around. Luckily, she came when I'm still available. That's
Mm-hmm.
Kato. Kato is my
Mm-hmm.
brand ambassador. So we are working on something that we're going to do sales and a meet and greet with her. So people that have always been appreciating the works and seeing her bring out our pieces will be able to see it live too and be able to come and appreciate the work and why not be able to shop in Maryland
Yeah.
to be precise or in Dallas, but in the due time, I'm going to put it up on my page.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you do those. What you have to make for me is one of those, those rich auntie dresses,
I have
right?
lots. I have lots of rich auntie vibes. I don't even
You
have rich auntie
probably
vibes
you
again.
probably need to make me one of those rich anti vibe
I have them
dresses so that
available.
I can feel like A
It's
big
not
woman.
anymore. It's
You
not. We
know,
don't
I'm
call it.
40. I should be going around looking like a rich auntie,
Yeah,
right?
it's not even rich auntie anymore. We call it Odogu silencers. Those who don't know,
Okay.
you just
Okay.
see. Yes, you just see, and you're like, you already know that. Okay, this is that auntie. There's an Odogu silencer.
Odogu silencer. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
This
So
has
much
been
brilliance.
beautiful. Hey, so like you don't come to my show and you leave without saying you're powerful. I have this, my powerful
Ah,
phrases that these are the things that even if I don't, once in a while when I see it, even if I don't come back and I re-listen to all what you and I talked about, I forward the clip to the end of it just to hear what you have to say to the world. Something in my head tells me that
okay.
I have the power to make people speak to the world. And I always call this my imaginary microphone. And I tell you that this microphone I'm giving you is that microphone that everyone in the world is just silent and they are listening to you. They want to hear you talk. What is that thing that I've given you this minute? What would you tell the world if you had the opportunity, everyone to listen to you? And you have 1 minute to tell them something. What would you say?
Oh, okay. This is me as Sulet, me as Sulet Noir, talking to the world. You, that person that feel less of the self. You, that person that feel like you can start. You, that person that feel you have not found yourself, found that thing in you. Just know you can do it. Stop imagining. You can do it. Just get on the work, get it started, and put God in everything that you're doing. With God, you're going to find your purpose. You're going to find the real you, and you're going to see yourself getting from one step to another. So keep pushing. You never know who is watching. Keep doing you. Love you.
Awesome. You guys see, when I bring people on this platform, they talk, you can be anything. This is Sulet encouraging that you truly can be anything you want to be. That's
Yeah.
why this podcast is called You Can Be Anything
Oh,
Podcast. Sulet,
coincidentally.
yes, this is beautiful. Please tell those who happen to listen to us how they can find you. When I do the description, I'll add your links to it. But again, if someone is just listening to us, maybe on Apple Podcasts, I want them to be able to hear how they can find you. And please, when you say it, spell it out as well.
Okay. So to all my SN armies and to all my to be SN armies, you can get me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Sulet Noir. Instagram, Sulet Noir. TikTok, Sulet Noir. Snapchat, Sulet Noir. Everything, Sulet Noir.
Okay.
LinkedIn, you can get me Nkafu Sulet. And one more. On WhatsApp, you can get me via +237 679 651800 +237 679 651800. So we'll always be ready to welcome you with love, and we're ready to give you that as an experience you've never had before. Stay tuned and thank me later.
Thank you so much, Sule. This has been beautiful. Like,
Thank
thank you
you.
for expressing yourself for feeling free and having this conversation. It's been a beautiful conversation. Thank you again for creating the time for me.
I will. Next time, anytime I'm available, ready to inspire, ready to contribute, ready
Please.
to transform lives, ready to do anything that I feel like if somebody there needs to listen to somebody to get it
Yep.
done, I'm here. Mentorship
Awesome.
open. Yeah.
I appreciate this. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you too. God